Alright, Doc, we're done for the day. Early, too. Good. We'll eat an early start tomorrow. Lots of shutting to organize. The others are still busy, so I imagine you'd love some peace. I prefer it that way. Well, I enjoy the others, but that can be an handful sometimes. Who could that be? Daisy stays up at Farquhar usually. That's not Daisy. Who is that? I guess you're not alone after all. Hello? Is this the main sheds? Who's asking? Oh, my name's BoCo. What's yours? Duck. Oh, I guess interesting names are common around here. You could say that. Mind if I join you here in the shed? I guess you can. Thank you. So, where do you come from? I came from Barrow, but actually I come from further. How did you end up here? It's a long story, and I wouldn't want to bother you. I mean, we are here. You might as well tell it. Alright then. I was built in a workshop, along with several of my class. We were one of the newer diesels that the modernization plan brought on by British Railways. We were one of the many large diesels that were supposed to take the charge in modernization. They let us know that in the workshop. Diesels, listen to our words. You have been built with a purpose. To be one of the driving forces in eradication of steam. We've labored for years in your design. And that with all that has been going on, we need a strong diesel on the frontier to show the world your efficiency and your effectiveness. Do not forget these words.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, do you believe all that what the man said?
Listen, kid. That man told us our purpose. What more do you want?
Something seems odd about his ideas, though. I'm all for showing efficiency, but at the cost of others?
Who cares? You don't even know them.
Doesn't make it any less wrong.
Smarten up, kid. You're gonna learn soon enough that they ain't equals to you.
Why? They run on steam.
Is it efficient?
Does that devalue your life? There's bound to be engines that are more efficient than us.
We're cutting-edge technology, you dunce. We're meant to pave the way for British Railway's future. Oi! Keep it down! We're trying to do tune-ups! 35702, you're good for work.
I just don't understand why things are the way they are. My class was put to work, hauling larger goods and passenger trains, but I still remained skeptical. All that was said in the workshops, it didn't make sense. I couldn't dwell on the matter, I just had to focus. However, my classmates were very right. Being cutting edge did not mean we were efficient. We soon found out the hard way.
Ah, bother! That's another down Metrovic! Who's gonna take the Condor? D5703 and 02. You two are on the Condor tonight. Don't fail this one.
I know I won't, sir.
Disgusting Metrovics. You're the lads who keep freaking down. BR is rolling out with new engines like mad, and you lot can't keep up with the times. Pathetic. Bugger off, you. I won't. I'm all for diesel's superiority. But we can't have you spoiling our image. Says who? Anyone with a brain. I'm surprised they let you lot run, considering you lot have failed from the get-go. The strong will survive, my friend. And who's to say we're not among them? You're quite entertaining. What's your name? I'm kidding. You haven't got one. Obviously. Protect their precious engines. We live in the here and now. We're pushed out to be successful, not to be a waste of resources, unlike those steam engines. Don't bother with this guy. What makes you think that steam is a waste of resources? You can't be serious. Look at them. They line the scrapyards. They're a disgrace like you Kobo. No, in fact, your thinking is so backwards they ought to call you a BoCo. Shut up and come on. What happened? One of my bloomin' windows broke. Your cab windows just popped out and flew under your wheels. The glass has done a number on you. D5702, can you finish the train? I'll try. Pathetic. I can't do anything about it. We're stopped on a gradient and I'm pulling for 2. Pathetic. Hello, what's happened to you? Shut up and take us away. Oh. Okay. Never mind him. He just can't seem to keep himself together, so to speak. I see. Shut up back there. After that, my class was sent back to the workshops, effectively demoted and ridiculed. We were relocated to the furnace region, where many of my class worked the area, pulling smaller goods and passenger services. But our days were numbered. It's terrible what's happening to us, demoted like that. What kind of cruel railway does that to us? Ours, I suppose. And we aren't reliable enough for mainline services, so that's why we were moved. Don't they know that we have so much more to give? We're in the prime of our lives. So then what's the difference between us and steam engines? We still have a chance. So do they. If anything, steam engines sitting in scrapyard should have more of a chance, given they've had better careers. Shut up! If they were meant to be, they'd be here right now. But they're not. So open your eyes and face the facts that we are superior. Of course we are. Superior at breaking down and losing our cabs. You're a disgrace. You're as backwards as your quote-unquote name suggests. Oi! We got a train for you, D5702. Supposed to go to some place called, Brendam. It's supposed to be pulled by another engine, but they're out of commission. Well, what it means... He means the bloody thing broke down and we ain't got another substitute, so get moving. Okay. Good riddance. As you figured out by now, I was traveling to Sodor with my good friend. I passed by several engines, one of which, who was red, hissed at me. I understand why. I soon reached an area called Brendam. There I met a kind old engine named Edward. Hello there. Haven't seen you around here before.
Oh, I was rostered last minute onto this train. The engine broke down and... Ah, sorry I'm late, Edward. I was stowing my brother to the works. I was nearly sent to pick up his train, but I was told someone had... Oh, I see how it is. Donald, it's not what it looks like. My brother's firewires collapsed one time and they sent him over. They have no faith in us. They send rubbish like him over here to take up our work. I'll let you know this. If you or any of your kind tries to take my honest work, I'll... Donald! He was shuffled in last minute. He's not trying to do you any harm. No. Well, how can we be sure he won't later? Well, do you trust my judgment? Of course I do. Ugh, fine. But I've got my eye on you. I apologize for his behavior. It's not a reflection of his character, I assure you. He and his brother came to Sodor and avoided being scrapped. He nearly lost his brother, and both of them fostered their anger to Diesels because of it. I don't blame him. We are cruel. I know Diesel's just like the one they think of. In truth, my class isn't in much better shape than some steam engines. We Metrovics are on our way out. My siblings used to think themselves superior. Some still do. I doubt we'll be around much longer. Well, I hope you are. You're awfully friendly. And you were strong not to argue with Donald. Well, I am used to the hurling of insults. One of my brothers tried to call me BoCo, in reference to my wheel configuration Kobo, saying that my thinking was backwards for caring about steam. I don't see it as backwards, even excluding personal bias. It's individual, like the name suggests. You know, it is very slowly growing on me. I'm sorry. What's your name? Edward. And how long will you be staying? I'll probably be on my way in an hour. Only if you want to. You've made it here in record time, despite what your class may say. I think the engineers at my works might know a thing or two to keep you in top condition. Wow, thank you, sir. I wouldn't mind the change of scenery. Good. For your first assignment, I need this train of goods taken to Wellsworth. It's the station at the end of this branch line. Right. This looks about right. We'll take these, driver. Right. Looks like you're leaking. You should be fine to make the journey. We'll stop in the yard and we'll give you another patch job. Metrovic strike again. Alright, I'll be back. I'm just gonna speak to the yard manager about some tools. Alright, I'll get some rest. Little did I know what was coming. Do you mind? Oh, yes, I do. I want my trucks, please. These are mine. Go away. You're a big bully. You'll be sorry. Truck stealer! Cray criminal! Pickpocket! Wheel wrangler! Stop! You're making me giddy! Are there two of you? Yes, we're twins! I might have known it. Bill and Ben, why are you playing here? We're not playing. We're rescuing our cars. Well, there's no cause to be rude. This engine is a Metropolitan Vickers diesel electric Type 2. Oh, we're sorry, Mr. Never mind. Call me BoCo. After that eventful day, I came here and met you, Duck. Or I'm sorry if I came off his course before. I've had a trying day, you see, and, never mind. It's all good.
It's good that you met Edward. He's a good engine. Shame about the twins, though.
Have they ever played tricks on you?
Goodness me, yes. Edward's the only one who can keep them in order. You know, I sometimes call them the bees.
A good name. They're terrors when they start buzzing around.
What's that, Duck? Are you afraid of bees? They're only insects after all, so don't let that buzzbox Diesel tell you different.
His name is BoCo, and he didn't we?
I wouldn't care if there were hundreds swarming about. I'd just blow smoke and make them buzz off.
Buzz, buzz, buzz. Thank you. You're welcome. And, speaking of welcomes,
Welcome to Sodor.
you know, I think I'll like it here. I'm scheduled for repairs tomorrow, and after that, I'll be official.
Excellent. Goodness knows the main line could use your help, whether they'll admit it or not.
All the same, I hope they do change their minds.
That's a tall order to fill, especially with James over there. He's not too fond of anything that's not Steve.
Given my introduction to him, I'm not surprised.
One of these days, he'll come back to yeah! What on?
I don't know how to put this. James has been stung by a bee, and his crew tried to get away. They've left the train behind. BoCo, do you think you can take it?
Yes, sir.
You get stung by a bee one time, and you run away. Pathetic.
They were swarming, and my driver's highly allergic, and I thought it best to get them away from the passengers.
James, the express runs to time, and we haven't the time to let animals stop our trains.
Oh, really? I seem to remember a certain cow stopping you and Henry.
Cows are big animals, James. Bees are small.
And dangerous.
The point is, you let a dirty, smelly, oily branch line diesel take my express train. Disgraceful.
If I had it my way, I would have taken it as planned. I don't like the idea of that diesel staying, let alone taking the express.
It's bad enough he's a diesel, but he is from the branch line. Branch line of Sodor.
Gordon? Alright, Gordon, what's upset you?
I am the main express engine, and have been for many years. When I'm not around, Henry or James take it. We have a dynamic. We are proud, proper, real engines. BoCo is not like us.
Gordon, you're being ridiculous.
You know your place on this railway, Edward. On your branch line, out of the way. While us big engines get the real work done. You don't see me making trips up the branch lines, right?
Yes, but...
It's not fair!
What isn't fair?
Letting branch line diesels pull mainline trains.
Never mind, Gordon. I'm sure BoCo would let you take his truck sometimes.
I won't pull BoCo's dirty trucks. I won't run on branch lines.
Why not? It'd be a nice change.
The Fat Controller would never approve. Branch lines are vulgar. Tonight, Edward, I'm going to show you how it's done. Tonight should be a night for the books. I'll show that dastardly diesel a thing or two.
Oh, I'm sure you will, Gordon.
Right away, mate. You see, leaving early tonight. That's one for the books. Gordon, I believe... What's he playing at? He did say tonight would be one for the books.
What's all the noise?
Gordon left early, sir. Several of us, including myself, have been left behind.
Alert the next signal box to stop him and bring him back here.
Right.
Gordon, you missed your path. Now, Edward, you must go instead.
Goodbye, Gordon. This certainly was one for the books. Where's Gordon? He ought to be due now. That looks like him in the distance. Phew, that's my nice warm drink.
I've got to make up for lost time.
Keep a good lookout, Fireman. I'd like you to learn them. Right, sorry about my earlier blunder earlier. That hat looked... I know. First night nerves on the job is all. We'll be cresting the hill soon. I'll shuffle so you can get a good look at it. Driver, something's wrong. We shouldn't be climbing the hill. You're right. We should have switched to your line by now. But how did that happen? The salesman should have known about the switch. Did he? I don't think so. He might have been mixed up. We'll stop at the next station and call for help. That must be Edward. Goodness, he's in a hurry. Makes sense too, since he's nearly 20 minutes behind.
Oh, great. What now?
Hang about. Where are we? Have we reached a hill? No, not yet. Impossible. We should be there by now.
Oh, driver, you're not gonna like this. Oh, bother, we reached Sodor.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, this night was disastrous. Hopefully I should be good to go home now. Good night.
Good night. Sir?
Yes?
You're not going to like what I have to say.
Out with it.
Okay, we've called Nafford. The Fat Controller is not happy, to say the least. However, we have a plan. You are cleared to reverse back to Ellsworth. Gordon ended up on your line. For safety concerns, we're sending another engine for the Express, and they're going to meet you at Ellsworth. Good. Who's going to be taking the Express?
Well, what's the Express doing here?
Shut up, James.
I thought you said branch lines were vulgar.
They are, and this is not my fault.
Tonight is not my night. Maybe we should try you somewhere else that way. So much for running to time.
Goodbye.
Gordon, we need the line clear, so go to Burnham and wait there until tomorrow.
The indignity!
Another one! Wake up, Sleeping Beauty! Rise and shine! How many of you are there on this island? As many as need be, you airy-fairy thing. Bet off! How rude. Now, where is it?
Oh, look, babe. It's golden. Oh, this will be fun. What's that? Shh! It's golden. It looks like golden, but it can't be. Golden never comes on the branch lines. He thinks it's vulgar. If it isn't golden, it's just a pile of a lion, which we better take to the scrapyard. No, Bill, this lot's useless for scrap. I'll take it to the quay and dump it into the sea.
Oh, no! I am golden! Stop! Stop! Oh! Oh! Oh, BoCo! My dear engine! Save me! Drama queen.
Well, Bill and Ben, what have we here? You plan to dump Gordon into the sea, eh? Well, I won't allow it. I shall take away your coal, and you'll be stuck here.
What? No, please. Oh, BoCo, no, even like playing. Yeah, just joking.
Well, take these cars away and leave Gordon alone.
Yes, BoCo. Very sorry, BoCo. I'll never do it again.
Those little demons! How do you do it? Oh, oh, it's just a knack.
Throw me the drink already. I've seen enough.
All right, I'll be taking you home now, Gordon. Away from those, those nasty twins. Edward and I will be able to keep them at bay. Yes, please do. We can't have the little things terrorizing our island.
That's it. I'm handing in my 2 weeks' notice. I've spoken with the twins, Gordon, and you should be happy to know they won't be causing any more problems for you.
Good. About time they see sense.
I'm not finished. Although the twins were rude to do that, you aren't innocent in all of this. You do deserve it after your behavior lately.
My behavior has nothing to do with their reckless tendencies.
You're right there, Gordon. Your behavior has everything to do with your reckless tendencies. Smarten up, Gordon.
You think I deserve to be dumped in the sea?
No, Gordon,
It's time for your train, Edward.
We'll finish this discussion later.
We'll see, old iron.
Morning, Douglas. Aye, good morning. Are you alright, Edward? Oh, I'm fine. Just my age showing its true colours. What's not age, Edward? Something sounds wrong. I'm due for maintenance next week. I'll get that looked at then. Alright, if you say you're fine, you must be.
That old geriatric jalopy's days are numbered!
Oi! Never mind him. He'll tire of it soon. He's just upset I told him he deserved what happened to him in Brenham the other day. I thought the twins were joking. They weren't, but all the same, a good scare ought to show him sense. You know, this isn't the first time Gordon has been rude to you. Or the others either. I've been here for over 5 years, and Gordon and the others do it quite often, if you ask me. Oh, they've always done it, but they're not afraid to speak to me about their own issues. So I suppose they do it just to keep up appearances. There's a difference between that and being flat-out prats. Donna and I put the Scunners in line once we first came, and they never do anything of the kind to us. It's just the others being petty. I know they don't actually need it. How long have they done this? Pretty much ever since Gordon first came to the railway. He was boastful and young. Back then everybody sided with him. Now I have engines like you, Douglas. Well, you ought to stick up for yourself then, far more often. It's fine, honestly. One day they'll see. Besides, like I said, I have other engines now too to back me up. Like you and Donald, Duck, BoCo. How did you wish?
Good morning.
Good morning, BoCo. Douglas, BoCo's been here for over a week now, and you still don't speak to him. I dinna speak to anyone I dinna trust, and we both knew what young Diesels are capable of. I dinna trust him or the nasty things. Now you're the ridiculous one, Douglas. BoCo has done nothing but been a help here on the branch line, especially with you and Donald busy on the new one. BoCo has been nothing but kind, and you two give him the cold shoulder. Oh, well and good for him, but I cannot relate to the heartless brutes like himself. Heartless brutes? And you're wrong. You do relate with one thing. And what would that be? Scrap. Ugh, don't mention that word. All the same, it does the same to BoCo. His class have failed significantly, and he's been given a second chance. His classmates, unfortunately, can't say the same. I'd rather them, not my brother or I. Goodbye, Edward. Now remember, you are to be on your best behavior tomorrow. Yes, Edward. We know, Edward.
What's tomorrow?
A group of enthusiasts have been visiting the railway recently. They are visiting my line tomorrow, and the twins are taking them up to the clay pits.
That'll be good for them. I'm surprised they got the job, given their recent behavior.
They've promised to be better, so I let them have another chance.
Who's been taking the enthusiasts the other days? Henry! Why did it have to be you?
Yeah, it's not fair. You're a goods engine.
I pull coaches, too. Besides, between the three of us, I haven't caused any trouble lately.
Rubbish!
Bees and branch lines don't suit mainline engines.
That wasn't my fault. Yeah, how can I know those idiotic porters would do that? Besides, I rescued Gordon's Express.
Yeah, wait, what? I was perfectly capable of saving myself.
Sure you were. You're so fat they called BoCo to rescue you.
Interesting thought, James. I seem to remember rescuing an engine after being stung by a...
Alright, fine, we get your point.
Obviously, I was the best choice for the job.
More like a poor choice.
Speaking of poor choices...
I've done it. We're off. I've done it. We're off.
Did you see him straining?
Positively painful.
Just pathetic. He should give up and be preserved before it's too late.
Shut up. You're all jealous. Edward's better than any of you.
You're right, Duck. Edward's old, but he'll surprise us all. Yes, when he finally disintegrates into dust. Bother you, Gordon, and you two as well. I may not have been on this railway long, but the disrespect towards Edward ought to stop. He's done so much for all of us here, and you all owe it to him, in the very least, with your respect.
BoCo's right. Yeah, listen to a Diesel. That's our best option.
This Diesel has the ability to realize his own issues without using Edward to mask theirs. Edward has given his heart for years, and the old engine won't take much more from you three if you keep going. I may not know much, but I know Edward has impacted you three in ways that maybe you're unable to understand. So leave the poor engine be and focus on some other petty thing.
Oh, dear.
Given BoCo's reputation for, sticking up for others, I suppose his words have weight to them. I guess we could try, at least to be a bit better.
Since when did we listen to diesels?
Since those diesels have done me a good turn. Now hush up, little James.
Heh, whatever. Where have you been?
Sorry, Milk and I were dealing with something at Nafford.
Was that young diesel causing a knuckle nuisance? No, you and I could straighten him out, you know.
No, BoCo was not. In fact, he wasn't the problem, he was the solution. Gordon and the others were making fun of Edward again.
They've been giving him a lot of grief lately. For no reason. I
didn't finish. BoCo stood up for Edward at Nafford and put up a good fight with the hellish. They've quelled their ways of thinking. It was remarkable.
I refuse to believe a bloody diesel did that. The nasty things. Can't tell their air and take from their exhausts.
Bother you, Donald. You're so fixated on the idea that they listen to a diesel, or rather not the idea that they've actually changed their way of thinking. BoCo is a good engine. He may not puff steam, but he's still as good as any of us.
I cannot trust an engine like that, and Dougie feels the same. I'm sorry, Duck. I just can't.
Oh dear.
I'll change. Phew. Glad you made it, old man. Hey, Edward said to behave. I am behaving. I complimented him. You're not behaving. You're arguing with me. I'm not arguing with you. You're arguing with me.
Settle down, you two. I know you're excited about our visitors. Now be professional.
I am professional. It's Ben who's acting like a fool. If I'm a fool, then Bill's a clown. If I'm a clown, why have you got the funny face?
Hello, BoCo. Hello, Edward. I'd like to apologize about something you didn't see. The big engines...
It's all right, BoCo. I've already forgiven them.
What? Oh, bless your heart, Edward. I've talked to them, but I think we've reached a mutual understanding.
It's just pettiness, honestly, BoCo. Anyways, I ought to fill up before my next trip.
Ah, you're feeling all right?
Little winded, but I'll be fine. I always am.
Hey, green butts! You gotta take some extra cargo back with you. Why? There's a big storm coming and it's gonna be a rough one.
Oh dear.
Cranky's right. The storm should be pretty bad according to our reports. You should be departing, but just before it arrives. Once the twins are back, I'll send them ahead of you with some extra trucks. Right. I'll take the first load now.
I could lend a buffer. I do have some time.
No, I can manage. Just rest up.
Thank you, BoCo. Edward, I had such a fun time. Yeah, we enjoyed our day. We took pictures, gave tours, got interviewed, and met nice people. That's very good, but you two need to move urgently. There's a storm coming, and they want the docks to be cleared out.
BoCo arranged trucks for you two. Get them to Wellsworth quickly. The clay pits were happy to lend you two for the job. Come on, Edward, old boy. Let's get home in time. I'm headed to the front. The sandboxes are failing. Steady on. Mind you don't slip. Come on, Edward. Not far now.
I can do it. I can do it. I can...
Ah! Whoa! Brakes, driver!
One of your crank pins broke, causing your sidewalk to fly up and damage your running board. We've taken your side rods off. Now you're a single, like an old-fashioned engine. Can you get these people home? They must start back tonight. I'll try, sir. Oh dear, look at the time.
I won't be caught at train.
Oh dear. I'm sorry, everyone. I have an idea. We loosened the couplings, Edward. Now we could pick up your coaches one by one, just as you do with trucks. That will be much easier. Here goes nothing. Come on! I've done it! I've done it! Steady on, boy! You've got them! You've got them! The storm has calmed down enough. You should be able to manage your train, Henry. Right, sir. Here are your coaches, Henry. Thank you, Doc. Isn't Edward due in any minute? He should be. Sir, you've got a call on the telephone. Edward hasn't passed Wellsworth yet. Bother. On a day like today, too. Oh, there's nothing for it. You'll have to be delayed, Henry. That's fine, sir. I hope Edward's okay. And the passengers, too. Edward isn't back yet. In fact, he hasn't even reached Wellsworth. I hope nothing's the matter with him. And you two shouldn't give him any grief when he comes. And one if I want to. Oh, come off it, James. BoCo made his case this morning. Gordon's right. We ought to leave him be. Because he said so? I don't take orders from him. Or any other like him.
James, I don't mean to order you about just because I'm a diesel. I don't mean to order you about at all. I only mean to make sure we all get along. I don't want to take over or hurt any of you. I couldn't if I tried. I care about you guys, especially Edward, for taking me in, with welcoming arms too. Mostly, I only ask for you to be nicer to Edward, because you're so lucky to have him.
So you really care about our Edward?
Yes, I do.
You know, you're not that bad, all things considered. If more diesels were like you, I imagine I'd hate them less.
Thank you. I think.
That's about the nicest thing you'll get out of him.
Oh look, the sky's clearing up.
Good. I was tired of sloshing about in the mud. About time my coat shone again.
Haha, I see it looks nice.
Now you speak my language, BoCo. I'm here. I'm here.
Edward, look at the...
Good job, Edward. You've done well.
Thank you, Henry. Oh dear.
Edward, I've heard you've had quite the adventure last night.
Yes, sir. I did.
My apologies for my behavior last night. I was just stressed. Anyways, you'll be off to the works.
I could take him with my local train.
Rubbish! I'll get him there faster. Settle down, you two. James, you can take him.
Thank you, sir. Come on, Edward. We'll get you there in style.
Now for you, BoCo. Unfortunately, I don't have another engine to assist with the work, and I don't mind taking up Edward's job, sir. Somebody has to do it. Thank you, BoCo. You've made a fine addition to the railway.
Hello there, you two. Hello, Duck. How's Edward? We heard about what happened. He's fine. Aye, he's a strong lad and strength and will. Who's doing his work?
BoCo is. He's doing his work as well as his own.
Good, the scholar will run himself to bits. You two are really insensitive. He took on the extra work so we don't have to. We all have enough to do anyways, especially you two. Hey, you do make a good point. Perhaps we could learn the wheel. And I might know how. Hello, everyone.
Afternoon, Edward.
Welcome home, laddie. Hey, afternoon. How was the branch line?
Ran smoothly. The twins tried some prank with me with a rainbow truck, but I soon put a stop to their games.
Aye, engine handles the branch well, practically on his own. Doodle and I helped when they could, but with the new branch line,
it was no trouble at all.
You know, what a diesel. BoCo near a bad sort of engine. Aye, a near bad sort at all.
Come in.
Is it true, sir? What the papers and radio say?
Yep,
They've let me go. Couldn't handle my vision, I suppose. However, I'm not done. Good, because I finished my work on number 10. My point exactly. I knew this day was inevitable, so I laid the course for my influence to continue. Modernization was never about me, regardless of what people think of it. Modernization was inevitable. I simply gave it a push. My name may be associated with the changes of BR, but I'll have you know that I'm not the sole player in what has become of Britain. Britain needs to modernize, and when people realize the problem isn't me, that's when they'll act.
You'll be reaping what you sow, and that's a fact. You know that I got it so up in the bag. No wind, rain, or snow, I'm coming back. You gonna tell me that I ain't no good? Are you gonna find that you're misunderstood? I'm still standing with my head in the clouds. I'm still standing with my feet on the ground. I'm still standing. Do you wanna know how? I'm still standing. There's no stopping me now. Standing with my head in the clouds. I'm still standing with my feet on the ground. I'm still standing. Do you wanna know how? I'm still standing. There's no stopping me now. No wind, rain, or snow, I'm coming back. You'll be reaping what you sow, and that's a fact. You know that I got it sown up in the bag. No wind, rain, or snow, I'm coming back. You gonna tell me that I still standing.